hate puppies.
He's on fire.
Good podcasting.
You're kind of proving him right, Brendan. Like, because you're going to be in rare form.
Not even starting.
Hey, welcome everyone to Inside the Pout House, where we solve all the world's first world problems. And we are recording tonight after a football Sunday.
Hey, Troy, what do you do when a really good friend of yours is just staring daggers at your face and you can't look at them? You feel uncomfortable looking away from them?
Well, can you give me an example?
I don't know. Slightly effeminate, but well-built guy.
Much to Brendan's chagrin, we are here on a Sunday night, and he has been partaking in drinking beer and watching football all day. And I was not here today. Dave was here. A bunch of other people were here. Sounds like I might have missed out on a good time because Brendan is fired up.
I have nothing to say, Troy.
Yes, I can tell. Until the mics came on.
I had plenty to say prior.
Yeah, you did.
Fired up. Been looking at Troy's face all day.
You're excited.
Not Troy's face, Dave's face.
Dave's
I'm
face.
having a hard time.
Dave's face with no mustache. It's weird now.
Can we talk about that?
Like he is
My
shorn.
missing upper
Like,
lip.
He
it
is a baby
baby's-
face.
Yeah,
Like, dude, it's weird.
it's weird.
I honestly, Dave, you are better looking with a mustache.
Yeah, don't look like an infant.
You do look like a Gerber baby.
Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like if Gerber babies were gross.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
No, Gerber babies are great. It's the only baby that doesn't poop. Just sits there on a label and just is a perfect baby. You're like, that's adorable. It's like a cherub.
I wonder why all these ladies in the grocery store are pinching my cheeks.
Checking your diaper. This is going to be a tough episode, dude.
Why is that?
I've been here all day.
You live here.
That's actually. I wanted
You're
to
here
argue
most
with you.
days.
That's actually fairly accurate.
Actually,
No.
you're on the road a lot.
But I mean, today has been a long day of like
Yeah.
hanging out, watching football, doing our thing.
Where?
I'm trying. Did you hear this motherfucker?
I know.
He's poking the bear.
I know. We're doing this for him. You are doing this for him.
So yeah,
He wants this.
We'll let listeners in a little behind the scenes. Dave has been begging for a post Sunday podcast for 12 weeks, 13 weeks.
Yeah, months.
And he's like, this will be good. It'll be good pod. And I'm
We're
like,
already here. We're already doing, the thing.
Yeah. So like, why wouldn't we just tie the two things together?
Yeah.
Which is logical, except for the fact that there is a point of diminishing returns on every day when you go out drinking. I reek of euros and booze.
Urine.
Well, I don't know what the difference is. We had the Duke here today, and he brought euros.
He outsourced, huh?
outsourced.
That's a very un-Duke-like quality.
Very concerned about the rain. Very concerned about all the things that are happening. So he was like, "I'm just going to outsource this, bring in euros." Now, euros and I have a torrid past. I love euros. I get all in on euros. Like I'm a big fan. Now, I used to hate piano practice.
Yeah.
Piano practice is not my thing. Euros are my thing. And my mom knew
How do
this.
these things have...
It does seem illogical. But my mom knew she could bribe me with a euro to go to piano practice.
You're saying gyro.
Euro. G-Y-R-O. I
Yeah.
don't know how. Gyro.
I don't know how it's pronounced
Gyro,
either. I just know
gyro.
I read it as gyro. I'm sure that's not the correct pronunciation.
Incorrect. It's definitely a softer G than a.
Okay.
The
Ryo.
boom. So we've been eating Ryos all day.
Silent G.
Lamb and chicken. But I used to eat these before piano practice, and my teacher asked my mother, whatever it is that your son is eating before he comes here, please don't allow him to eat that, because she would have to sit
reek?
next to me on the bench, and I'm just nothing but garlic and onion and fucking lamb.
And what is it? Tzatziki?
The
Is that how you say it?
tzatziki with the dill.
Dude,
dill
that stuff
really.
is
You don't like
stuff
it?
is trash, dude.
Oh,
What? That's
Yeah,
a hot
that is
take.
gross.
Tzatziki is the best.
No.
I've been dipping chips in tzatziki all
Gross.
day long.
It's gross.
what do you dip your chips in, Troy?
No shit, Troy.
I just eat chips.
Oh, you like dried chips?
Queso, salsa.
Okay, that wets it up.
I mean, tzatziki, anything with dill is gross. Pickles are gross. Pickle flavoring's gross.
You're anti-dill,
I'm anti every thing pickle.
but pickled and dill are two different things. There are dill pickles, but then there's pickles that have no dill. You associate that.
Yes.
So you don't like dill.
No.
You ever had beef stroganoff?
A what?
Beef stroganoff?
I'm not a fan.
What do you call a cow with no legs? Wait, no. That's a cow. What do you call a cow standing in a field beating off?
What?
Beef
No,
stroganoff.
I didn't see that coming.
Why does it have no legs?
Wait. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Boo. I don't know. I don't know where I was. This is
Hamburger?
going to be a very difficult episode for me.
No.
It is.
No.
These are not the things. I'm watching 5 football games.
Yeah, there's still football on behind me.
Like I'm
distracted.
very distracted. I got bets on 4 of the 5 of these games.
And we also realized right before this, we've put out the most recently recorded episode, which was our holiday drink challenge.
Yes, that is out tonight.
So you've heard that if you've heard this, but we realized we didn't talk about
the Stache Bash.
the Stache Bash, our whole mustache season.
We raised money for kids. Everybody's
Did we
aware
not
of
talk
that.
about it all on the drink challenge?
Dude, we did not. If anything, we may have given a passing note to the number,
Maybe.
and the number was sick. In case we
record
didn't.
setting.
Record setting.
Yeah.
3.8 seconds.
No, not that record. A valid record. One people care about. One that helps others.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. A ridiculous amount of money. And a big shout out to all of the listeners here who donated.
Yes.
Because we had listeners come out for everybody except Dave,
True.
which makes me realize that these listeners get it.
Yes. They get the show.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan. We raised not $100,000,
Nope.
not $500,000.
That'd be crazy.
I wish we raised $500,000, but we didn't.
We didn't.
We raised, was it $750?
I think it was a little more than that.
Oh, that's right. It was over $1 million.
Over $1 million.
As mustache growing weirdos with philanthropic ideas.
Yeah.
This is
We
a good
raised
thing.
$875 last year, and we finally got over that $1 million hump, which
I
was
genuinely thought it
awesome.
was impossible.
it seemed like I mean, you and I have been growing 6-7 years, and we remember the days of 287,000.
And thinking we've conquered the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
We're saving it. We're helping kids all over this town. We're doing great things.
Yeah.
Literally 4 times as large.
Yep.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
It's pretty
It was
awesome.
pretty awesome to be a part of.
It was pretty good.
Dave, what'd you think? You were a rookie.
I got a hat, sweet hoodie. It's all in.
Wow.
Way to sell it.
That guy.
Yeah. Did you enjoy being a part of it?
I enjoyed being a part of it. I hated asking for money. Hated it.
Where is Stu when you need him?
I know.
But that said, I beat my goal.
You did beat your goal.
Is that what we call it now?
I had $1,000 goal and got over $1,500.
Nice.
Thanks.
Look, as a
Support.
rookie,
As
I'm
a rookie,
actually
that's
fired up
good.
for you. You got over $1,000. The goal is always to get to $1,000, and I respect it. So thank you, Dave. Well done.
Next year, you got to beat that, what you got this year.
I made a best friend for the weekend at Stache Bash.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
That was so weird.
What a strange.
Well, let's not get to that.
No?
First, let's talk about Stache Bash. It was awesome at Triple Crossing. Tons of great costumes. Of course, James
Ford, who was on here last week, which
week.
is such a weird trying to do this timeline.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the Marvel fucking universe.
he is what's his food blog?
Just something I
just
Just
something
something
I
I ate. Check him out. He's a great friend, great foodie. He won again for best costume. He was the Hamburglar.
Not ironically, as the Hamburglar. The motherfucker's like, nah, man, I steal all the best.
But
food.
he's won the best costume. I don't even know how many times.
It's going to get to the point where we just call that award the James or
Yes.
the Ford or the J.
Yeah.
Because he just is the best.
Yeah.
But if you want to know the number 2 costume, more often than not, I am up there. I think I could make a case for, not this year. This year got weird quickly.
Yeah, your costume was weird.
It sucked. Well, it wasn't weird till Lee showed up.
You know,
looking
my
exactly
jacket
like
showed
me.
up. Stache Bash was Friday. My jacket showed up Saturday morning.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Sunday morning.
That's right. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
All my Hulk Hogan shit's upstairs.
Nice.
Didn't wear it. Dressed up like a
Yeah.
fucking cowboy. Only
Yeah,
for
that
the
was
Abacus
cool
to
what
show up.
you and Lee planned out.
Wasn't planned. Abacus showed up as a cowboy as well. And,
But you had the dark hat and he had the light hat, or vice versa.
One
Like
of
it
you was Heath, the other
Yeah.
guy was Jake.
Y'all
It was
called each other
fucking
that?
perfect.
I
the
get
whole movie?
I get the joke.
It was a
It's
joke.
not a joke. You planned it.
You know, Brokeback Mountain doesn't have mustaches, right?
That's the funny part.
You were looking at their lips.
No, but they don't have them.
Yeah, but you were the mustache version of it, like an alternative universe.
Hamburglar doesn't have a mustache, but James owned that.
How does the Hamburger doesn't have a mustache?
Correct. No mustache on the Hamburger.
I don't know.
Then here we go. I thought the Hamburger. I can picture a mustache on the Hamburger. You want to fact check us? You want to? I know you want to fucking tell me
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
I just
No, he's
know-
right though. That's why he.
I think he is right.
This is
I do think he is
inherent
right.
childhood knowledge.
Inherent childhood, like whoever smelt.
Does
it,
Ron
dealt it.
McDonald have a mustache?
No.
That's right.
He has red lips around. He has the big red lips though. Kind of looks like a mustache, like a red
No.
goatee.
You're getting him confused with Caesar Romano doing the Joker.
Yep, the Hamburglar does not have a mustache. Confirmed by
Confirmed.
Dave's internet,
Yes,
the shadiest internet that there is.
there is. That's fact.
What
So
browser you use? Tor.
Let's go back to these Brokeback mustaches.
Yeah,
Look, handsome's handsome.
it was.
Which one of you couldn't quit the other?
I assume he couldn't quit me. I was halfway out the door.
And then I heard
But holding his hand.
I heard there was a social media post that was amended.
Literally, they had to take one down because they thought that. And the two of us were not dressed up as that.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, this came up today.
The one with him acting like he's kissing you.
Yeah, and they
Acting.
Acting's acting. Like, yeah, apparently they had to pull it down. Or they didn't have to pull it down. Like, it went up, and then before it got posted, they were like, ooh, this is controversial.
I thought it was requested by a party.
I don't know.
I don't think it's controversial.
I don't
I don't
either.
think it's controversial.
Love
Kick
is
ass.
love.
Boom. I almost bought a beer tonight for the deli called Love is Love. I literally saw it, and then I thought, I don't want Dave even around this topic when he's drunk.
But he's there.
Dude, I just avoided it. I got a beer that I don't even remember what it is. Oh, it's a light black lager. So like they're trying to make, like they're doing like light IPAs.
Yeah.
They're like a light dark lager. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
But yeah, we had a good time, and then we it was at the Stache Bash. You met that couple.
Yeah.
Well, so I had, how that whole thing happened?
No.
Well, I don't know where Dave's part in this was, but I remember Terrence was like, we should go back to Penny Lane Pub. Or no, I said we should go to
Yeah.
Penny Lane Pub. He said we shouldn't. I said, yeah, great. I'll tell everybody. And
Yeah, I was like, Terrence, we're going to Penny Lane. He's like, I do not want to go there. That's where I work. And I was like, I fully understand that and never thought of it like
yeah,
that.
no, it never occurred to me.
But I
that
think
why would you only go to
our
work?
angle was let's give
Support.
Terrence money.
Yeah, support.
Yeah.
So I did. I went around and started planting the seeds, and I just remember seeing this girl who was like dancing around. She came over. She was like, "Where's late night?" And I was like, "You didn't hear? It's at Penny Lane Pub." And like walked on. And then apparently Dave was like super tight with her, or at least met her. I don't know, and her husband, right?
My recollection was I was trying to high five Hogan, who always commands a crowd. So I was just
Yes.
standing there kind of patiently waiting. And then that wife was there. And I don't know, she probably mentioned, is there an after party? I'm like, oh, we should do an after party. And then
There were two women and a dude, right?
It's usually how that goes.
That's who you were hanging out with at Penny Lane when I got there. It was the couple and another woman.
No, it's two couples. Or maybe the second husband, the husband came later because there were 4 of them.
If at all.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the punchline of it. Like, we're hyping up this after party at Penny Lane, and then I'm like, you tell your people, I'll tell my people, and then
We got there and it was just us.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. But what there
but
was.
they got there like 20 minutes before we did, and they're like, I think we got goofed.
Got you, bitch. No, we got there, but there was a million like downtown parties that like funneled
But we
in.
usually
which was
go
dope.
to like we go to Scott's Edition.
Somewhere
where like
cool.
where the young people hang out. Where it's like they find it funny that we're out there in mustaches. Like we
Sorry,
weren't.
the word I was looking for was ironic.
Yes,
Somewhere ironic.
I don't think anybody at Penny Lane cared that we were dressed up.
Oh,
No, because
Brendan made a friend.
I made a lot of friends.
Well, one particular friend who really appreciated your uniform.
Oh, you talking about my man? My man. So when I was upstairs, there was a student from VCU, and he's like literally from Africa and doesn't have a lot of friends. He's got like a thick accent and everything. And he's like, oh yeah.
I saw you talking to him at the bar upstairs.
Yeah, like that was my guy. So this dude literally gets up from the seat to come over one seat to sit next to me, and he's like, I've never met a real cowboy before. And I was like, sorry, son, you still haven't.
You didn't say, oh, well, you should see the documentary about me and my partner?
Had I known that this was an ongoing joke, I didn't learn about that till the next day. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, dude. You still haven't met a cowboy. I was like, this is a sweet jacket though. And then I have a hat. We just hung out. That dude was cool as shit though. Like he was so nice. Every time I'd come in the room, he'd like wave to me from across the bar. It's like he didn't have anyone else hanging with him.
It was funny because Paola was working the bar upstairs, and she's been there forever. So I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And we were talking, and then all of a sudden I feel my phone buzz, and I get a text from Terrence, and I pull my phone out, and he's like, "Looking good, fellas," and it's a picture from the security cam. He was like checking up on us.
Smart move. Yeah. Because we were fucking doing weird shit. But then, so David made these fucking friends, and then they told us after at the
Penny
bar,
Lane.
they were like, we know of an after party.
With Hogan.
So we were like, oh, well then we should go to the after
Those
party. Or
people
Dave
were-
was actually like, we should definitely go to the after
Those
party.
people were definitely weird.
Yes.
They were awesome.
No,
No, they were fun.
They were weird.
They were fun
They
as
were
shit.
not weird at all.
they were 100%.
It turns
weird.
out fast forward, we find out their whole circle, they live in Miami, and their whole family network is from here, and they know a bunch of Brendan's friends.
They know everybody.
That doesn't make them not
I'm
weird.
just saying they're tied into like every circle.
They're awesome.
It's very odd. It was cool.
He's my best friend for the weekend.
Yeah, dude. So we went to this fucking late night to go
But-
catch up with them.
But on the way there, Brendan is doubting.
I'm doubting the whole thing because
The
we have
whole
like
thing.
we have an address
Yeah,
and that's it.
sounds shady,
And so we're driving into this neighborhood.
especially with those weird couples.
Brendan's
then-
like, do you think we'll get sex trafficked? Oh, I'm so excited.
I thought my mustache was ready. I was a little nervous. My mustache was ready. I just remember we parked. And we were like, oh, there's a fire pit down there. So that's got to be it. So we fucking walked down and we walked through the bushes and like coming out like Homer in reverse. You know, like Homer goes in.
Yeah.
We come out of the bushes like boof. We're in cowboy hats and like stupid shit.
And it's like midnight.
Yeah. We walk over to this fire pit and we're like, hey, is this Dave's house? And they're like, no. We're like, fuck. So we're just standing there. Like, now we're standing at the fire pit. You're like, you care if we hang? And they're like, nope, it's cool. They hung out. We're like, you got beers? They're like, yeah, we'll grab you some beers. They were hanging out. It wasn't until later they admitted they were like, oh no, Dave's somewhere over there. They did kind of play us for a minute.
Later was like 38 seconds
It doesn't
later.
matter. It was that awkward moment when you walk up and
You
go,
were awkward.
I get that. I was a cowboy coming out of their bushes going, is this so-and-so's house? No. Can we stay? Sure. Cool.
But
we just rode.
But they knew Dave.
Yeah, they just didn't let on to that right away.
Yeah.
It made me feel very weird in the moment. But then it turned out we got to go in this like back weird like garage thing. They had a dartboard.
But it was a full-on party.
Oh, it was a full-on party.
They just were having a party on a rando
Yeah, middle
Friday.
of the night. Yeah.
Interesting.
It was weird, dude. And we
Were they
partied-
young?
Old and young.
Yeah.
It was like we were middle of the road motherfuckers in this place.
Interesting.
I was a cowboy.
Middle of the road.
You know what
cowboy.
Dave's costume is that he didn't tell no one about?
What?
This motherfucker's a dart wizard.
Oh, is he?
He's a dart
That checks
wizard.
out.
He rolls up on this dartboard and everybody's like clamoring, like trying to play games. And he's just like thunk, thunk. It's just whatever score he needs, thunk triples.
Playing 501?
No, we're playing cricket.
I had no idea. I will give you your flowers on this one. This motherfucker can throw some darts.
He's a hustler. He looks like a dart guy.
He does.
With the mustache, especially.
No, and he was. I remember his last shot of the night. I walked in front of the thing and I was trying to talk to somebody, and I remember everybody yelling, "Get out of the way!" And Dave's looking at me and kind of sidearms this bitch and wins the game. And defends me. He's like, he wasn't in my way. I was like, thank you. I like staggered in front of the. Do you remember that?
I remember I hit 2 bullseyes while you were peering. I don't remember you being in my way or defending you.
Some dude was yelling at me that I was in the way, and everyone's pissed off. And then he hits the bullseye. And I was like, he's fine.
But
That's my guy.
For the first time in my life, I got validation from my big brother, Brendan.
Nice.
It's like, oh.
I can't even deny
that's
it.
all I have
the
to
kid
do.
can play. The kid can play. The guy throws darts.
How'd y'all get home? Uber?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, huh?
Dave probably knows.
Yeah.
I think Dave drove. He swore he was sober.
That's right. When I left Penny Lane at midnight, he was like, "I'm good to go," and I was like, "Are you?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "He's an adult. I'm not going to get in an argument with him."
So the next day I talked to him. He told me he had 4 beers all night long,
No, I think I had 6 over 7 hours.
which is
Or
way more acceptable than what I was
over
doing.
6 hours or something like
I was freebasing beers.
He was just, when I was at Penny Lane with him and that weird couple, he was like fawning all over him, and I was like, he's got to be drunk because he's acting like they're the coolest people he's ever met.
He was in love, dude.
that dude lives in a $22 million mansion. I just found that out.
He was.
I
That
didn't even-
impresses you?
I didn't
Yes,
even know it.
apparently.
Yeah, because
He talks all this game, and then he gets,
No, if you listen through his shit, he's always like, "Oh, we're so poor, we're so poor." It's because he's always looking up.
But here's the thing. That guy did not.
you don't know he lives in a $22 million mansion.
Oh, we do.
So
He told us.
here's the thing.
Oh,
No, but wait. Let me
My
give
bad.
you my thoughts here. I met them at the Stache Bash. And we just kind of connected. Didn't talk about I didn't know what he did. I didn't know what he did until the next night. So went to Stache Bash, went to Penny Lane, went to that after party, and I'm like, man, I'm just really connecting with you. And no talk about wealth or prestige or anything like that. It's not until the next night at the
Which they showed up at
Aaron's
Stu's party.
Stu's party, yeah.
where he's like, I'm like, why are you here? And he's like, well, I'm visiting family and I rented out my house for 3 months. I'm kind of homeless. I'm like, oh, well, that sounds like a good deal. And
So the opposite of wealthy.
yeah, and in Miami, I'm like, oh, you probably got like what, $10,000-$15,000 a month. He's like, well, a little bit more. And then, long story short, it's some number over $100,000 a month for 3 months to rent out his house and visit his in-laws. I'm like, no, I just learned that.
Who'd you rent it to?
He said
shooting
real
porns in it?
estate agents just leave.
I hope they're shooting porn
Yeah.
in it. That is the
Yeah.
best. Just churning money.
I don't remember this couch being so sticky.
Nah, but it is now.
Yeah.
No denying it.
Dude,
and
you-
I'm pregnant.
You could jizz over my entire house for $100,000.
Seriously?
Yes.
You do it for 10?
Dollars?
Yeah. Can I just all over your house for 10?
How long do you need?
I bet I could do it for free, and you might not even know.
Yeah, honestly,
Challenge
I'll give
accepted.
you $10. You give me 12 hours.
What?
And some Gatorade.
Jeez, you need a lot of downtime apparently.
Dude, I'm old. You have a lot of rooms. I'm just looking out for honoring my commitment to jizzing all over your house.
As long as the $10 is real.
Dude. All right, I'm going to talk to your wife.
Well, I'm glad to know that this guy said he was a billionaire.
Yeah, no, he's fucking super rich, according to him. Which is cool.
That's a
On an unrelated note, I can't find any of my jewelry.
Well, tell Troy about your brilliant hypothesis about the bathroom.
Which one?
How many do you have?
I don't know which bathroom story. I'm afraid I'm gonna go down a road. What do you?
They all went up. The girls all went to the bathroom together.
Oh yeah, that was definitely the one. Oh no, they're a bunch
So,
of
listeners, have you ever heard of women going to the bathroom in groups?
All the time.
Apparently, Brendan has never heard that before.
Really?
So his hypothesis.
I'm gonna let Dave fucking shit tell this story and then I'll fix it.
His hypothesis is when a group of people go to the bathroom together, they're doing coke.
Well, that's fair.
And then he got very reporter like, Dave, do you know what they're doing up there? They're doing coke. I'm like, oh shit, why? How do you know that? They all went together to the bathroom. I'm like,
I love his version.
That's what you got?
In Brendan's defense,
And also, there's a part two. One of them decided not to go to the bathroom. So there, it's proof positive.
well, in Brendan's defense, he has as much evidence that they were doing coke as you do that guy's a millionaire.
Fair.
Okay. So I don't give a shit if they're doing coke in the bathroom, but that's not why the whole story. 3 of the women run upstairs, go to the bathroom. The husband decides to come down and go over to the wife and go, just so you know, boom, boom, and boom are upstairs in the bathroom if you'd like to join them. Why the fuck would you go out of your way when they're already upstairs to come down and go, hey, just so you know,
because they're all up there. They're in a
and then she goes, no, I think I'm good. And he goes, okay, just wanted to let you know.
That's definitely some drugs.
What the fuck? What did I miss?
They're in a strange house.
I've been around enough fucking weird shit.
They got invited by the Gerber baby with a mustache to come to this house party, and 3 of the 4 women disappear, and the husband is letting the 4th person know, hey, if you're looking for your group, they're upstairs in the bathroom.
While she's standing next to a bathroom downstairs that is currently unoccupied and the door is open. Hey, if you'd like to go upstairs where your 3 friends
Look,
I'm not.
Here's the deal. I believe your story, Brendan, and I believe you're probably correct. But Dave has a connection with these people
that's right.
You cannot.
I couldn't understand.
You can't say something bad about him. He's gonna fight to tooth and nail to defend their honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells like garlic over here.
Yeah, just belch, dude.
God damn.
You're like my piano teacher now. Enjoy. It smells like shit, doesn't it?
Open the door.
No, it's unbelievable. Like, it's god awful. My wife wouldn't kiss me goodnight.
I don't blame her.
She goes, you had a second euro? I said, I did. She was like, okay, let's hug.
Yeah.
Let's hug. I gave her a hug.
Did you give her some dap?
Yeah, I did. Dapped her hard. That's what's up.
Well, it sounds like y'all had a good time hanging out with a weird couple.
They're not weird. They're my friends.
I told you he's in love with them.
No, I know.
I love that guy.
I thought they were going to show up on Sunday, for our 3rd trip.
Dave's been working on it. He was texting today. He was taking pictures of this place, sending it to him.
Yeah, the guy reached out to me.
Are they still in town?
No.
No, they're in Miami.
But they'll make a special trip?
I don't see why not. Why not take the Learjet?
Yeah, that's true. They could just...
I got a G6.
Yeah.
Fucking fly my ass down.
Just a couple hours.
Yeah, why not? Landed in the fucking yard.
He knows Sea Rays well. We talked about that.
Yeah, sea doos.
So, there's that.
Yeah, so
I'm sure the millionaire would love to come and hang out in this dope shed.
honestly, all the stuff he started talking about, the $22 million house, I started feeling awkward. I was like, it's a fucking 16 by 24 shed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I want the $22 million
You always
house.
undersell this, and that's to normal folk. So,
Yeah,
like,
but this is a different level.
oh, yeah.
His wife right now thinks I'm awesome. She'd walk in here and be like, oh, he's so poor.
Well, they had fun in that house party, and that wasn't a mansion. In fact, you had some interesting takes.
On what? I don't even know. You keep alluding to things I've done.
He was sober.
The proprietor.
Of the house?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I.
The guy with the loose cable knit sweater.
Oh, at the late night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's a fucking nightmare. That dude's like Buffalo
What's
Bill.
this?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, you just thought he would.
He's
had
a lotion on the skin kind of
Oh,
dude.
nice.
No, that dude creeped me out, man.
So y'all almost did get, if not traffic, it definitely like
We'll just say Brennan was very
serial
disappointed.
killer.
I did. All right, dude. his hospitality was great. I can't believe he's bringing this up. It's not good pod. It's not good pod, and it makes me awkward. The dude was fucking weird. Like, genuinely, he was kind of fucking creepy. He was a little
Dave
bit
likes
odd.
weird.
Yeah, but I like Dave. Dave's my
Yes.
guy, and I'm fine with that. But like this dude, I was like, this dude might stab me or fucking hug me. I didn't know where it was going.
Yeah.
And then every time he went behind his little curtain and he came out, he was a little different. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't changing his makeup.
Yeah.
There was plenty of powder. I guess that was a weird cocaine weekend. I saw a lot of fucking cocaine.
Nice.
You saw 0 cocaine.
Yeah, actually, fact. I judged a lot of motherfuckers from a
Right.
distance. I guess you're making me sound like the little bitch I am.
Nobody was wiping their nose when they came out, or
It's true. There were no other signs.
right,
There was no sniffling. There was no fucking bloody noses.
right.
But if they were amped up.
There was
was-
a fucking ton of amp.
It was like
Yeah.
Brendan's,
Amperage. What?
Brendan's own conspiracy theory. That's what it was. And I was like trying to talk him. It was like me talking to like Uncle Joe at Thanksgiving dinner. Like, no, it didn't happen. No, I've got other evidence that that's not the case.
Wrong. but look how much she's eating. It couldn't be cocaine. She's eating so much. No, it's not always how it works. Sometimes the fat can overpower the ride.
Yeah, like Farley.
What time did y'all get home?
Wow. Today?
No, from that party.
I don't.
Y'all been gone a week?
Oh,
I
that
think it was
party?
about 2 a.m.,
Yeah,
which is actually reasonable.
Yeah.
I was at a Christmas party last night. that
Y'all weren't at that party too long then, because I think I left around midnight.
Dude,
11:45.
I can tell you, it felt like fucking eternity because when I walked in there, I was having like lucid conversations. And then fast forward however long it was, and I'm burbling and I'm doing like the stagger walk.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like trying to stand there and you're like bumping into people. No, I was like, we need to go.
he looked more like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Didn't have my land legs
You've been on horseback all day.
all day.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this.
But another successful year, mustache year.
I was pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy about it.
We need more. We had 20 team members. The team raised 57,000.
Just the podcast.
Yeah, just the podcast team. We had 18 granders. I don't know the exact numbers, but we had a lot of guys get up over 1,500, up over 2,500. We had a couple guys get up over $5,000, and one get over 10. So I mean,
who
we
was
had
that one guy?
They got over 5.
No, it got over
Brendan,
10.
you were right there, weren't you?
But I didn't get to it. I didn't get to I'll never.
Thornsvard and Lee got to 5. They got over 5.
But who got 10?
I don't know.
Let's shake that dude's hand.
I mean,
Fucking,
doesn't matter.
fucking Mr. Modest. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker over here raised over 10 grand. Troy Bauer. Oh, damn it. I got to edit.
It's fine. But you know what I'm more upset about.
What?
The guy that raised the $20 you gave him.
Yeah.
I do love
I see
anger
the
on
flaws more than the shine on our team.
I
for
didn't
sure.
even get $20 from Troy.
Yeah.
I had to fucking win it in a bet.
Yep. And it hurt. It hurt a lot.
But you raised over 10 grand.
Yeah. It was fine.
Let's be honest, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you. But
You're
I
a
have some
hero.
corporate help.
I don't
So-
care how you get there.
Right.
You got there. Like that takes a level of commitment.
Well, I
that-
would say anyone who raises over 10 grand probably has corporate help. I don't think any of those guys are getting,
okay, but I would
they're not
say
getting 20 and
the first 5 years of M4K Richmond combined didn't do what you did yourself in 1 year.
our
Let's just-
boy Emmanuel.
Dude, over 100 grand. What is that
I mean,
about?
crazy. 11 years old, raising over $100,000 himself.
Winners win.
Yeah, he's a winner.
Can't argue with it. Dude, I'm gonna jump in something a little early
I was gonna say, well,
because I have topics I want to talk about.
we teased topics 2 episodes ago. We need to talk about.
But I want to get that deli out of the way.
All right.
Because we're this close. You guys are gonna love this. This is gonna be the best beer you ever had. Oh, it's outside. You're doing God's fridge.
Oh yeah, might be frozen out there.
Oh,
Actually, it's only 44 degrees.
No, it's actually warm. We have warm
Yeah.
beers coming in. I miscalculated that, and I'm fired up.
44 is good.
I mean, it's good, but
35 is better.
if you go to a bar and they've got the thing that says it's 44 degrees in the beer cave, you're like, come on now, tighten up. I want 29.
It'll froze.
It won't. Dude, look at this beer. Oh, dude,
That's a cool. I just need a taster. I'll get a cup. Speak.
So the beauty of this beer, this is from Anderson Valley. Now, I don't know if you've ever spent any time
I
with...
remember liking some of Anderson Valley stuff.
They are a very interesting brewery, and they're coming out of a spot in California that sits down in the northern
Valley?
section. No. But so technically speaking, what's weird about this is it comes out of a place called Boonville. Now, Boonville in Anderson County actually has their own language.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's called like...
Did you say what we're having? This is the Black Light out of Anderson Valley. Only 95 calories. It's a low-carb dark beer.
Who makes that, right?
I don't know.
People make low-carb IPAs all the time, but nobody makes a low-carb dark beer.
Black Light is a magical unicorn of a beer. A light beer with the full flavor of a craft ale. Yep. We've cracked the code and created a dark and delicious craft beer with only 95 calories and just 7 carbs, and a multiverse will never be the same. How did we do that? Who cares? Light beer actually, finally, tastes awesome. This has got a
This
cool
intrigues me.
bear with a
So he's a beer.
deer. Yeah, it's a
He's
beer.
a beer.
Or a dare.
Well, they're going for beer. So they do a summer beer that I think is one of the... Oh, dude, this bitch pours dark. Like super dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say light. It says low carb. It doesn't say light per se.
No. It's 95 calories. That's light.
Yeah. But I'm saying color-wise, like, it's not a light.
You want to know something really weird about this, dude? Smell it and think root beer.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Smell it out of the cup.
Yeah, dude. That's root beer.
Smell it out of the cup.
Even Dave's COVID nose bring that in.
I don't know.
Nope, still COVID-y.
I'm picking it up.
I smell root beer like a mug. This is very interesting. 95 calories. Dark beer. Pours like a Guinness without the nitrogen.
That's smooth. That's pretty smooth.
I didn't want to bury any. I don't want to say anything. It's just interesting. Anderson Valley. So these dudes do have their own language. Bootling, I think it's called.
And it's Northern California?
Yeah. So they sit up near Mendocino County, and this is Boonville.
Interesting.
And they got this old language called bootlinging, and only a few of them still speak.
Kind of interesting to me because when I hear Anderson Valley, I think of Anderson, South Carolina, and then Boone is actually in North Carolina. So
There you
it's kind
go.
of a East Coast naming recognition as well.
The other weird thing about this particular area is if you go into like Napa Valley in California, all of the winemakers talk about this is the next up and coming spot. Like it doesn't have all of the high end restaurants and like the pretentious bullshit. Like it's not overpriced. They're like, but these wine growers are killing it right now. Now, some of that may have to do with global warming, believe it or don't, but like North wasn't as good, and now it's getting a little better because it has a little more heat, and it's kicking ass. So, it's kind of an interesting little pocket of the world. But this brewery's been there forever, cranking out great.
I think we've
beer.
had some Anderson Valley beer before.
The summer solstice beer actually did very, very well with us. I believe it won a deli.
Interesting.
But this,
It's cool. Cool logo. Cool
This is
colors
something
on
different.
it. Can you see all the cool colors on it? Like it's all
no, I can't.
bright pink and purples, and it's like neon colors.
How many calories does a Guinness have?
It's relatively light,
Really?
but it has double the carbs of that.
Yeah, Guinness is like 100 calories, but like 15 carbs.
Yeah, it's
like,
strong in
crazy.
carbs. Yeah, it's like pasta, but light. Just olive
Well, it
oil.
is light because it's nitrogen, not CO2.
Exactly. And the calories are low. Mm-hmm. Dave, you want to go first on that? Because I feel like you're going to be the most... well, you're the one...
I'll be
I'm
the-
actually most interested in what you think of this because you don't like dark beers at all.
Right. So I'll be the most critical. I know that. But this beer is refreshing and easy to drink. It has... it's It's not malt, but I don't know if it's a
it's
barley bite or something.
Got a taste of malt in there.
It doesn't have the
But it's
sweetness.
not overly malty.
It's definitely not sweet like that. But I can see that this is a quality beer. It's not my go-to. I feel like it should be above a 3, but I'm gonna park it at a 3 for me. And that's because of my palate.
No, I get it. I feel like I should have written my score down because this is one of those moments where I do think that maybe your score is affecting my score. Like I should have written it down because when I drink this, it's super smooth, it's super refreshing, but I still get all of that dark beer flavor, that malt, but not being overly malty, not overly sweet. I actually fucking love this. Like I love to drink this beer. I love that it's not hoppy and it's some kind of weird dark beer thing.
But
I don't have any complaints.
then how would mine affect you? Oh, because you want to pull it up.
I was
even
in
higher.
between a 3.5 and a 4, and I felt when you said that, it almost like I felt that little like, you ever do that thing where you go, I don't know what I want, so I'm going to flip a coin, and then you flip a coin and it lands tails, and you go, no, fuck tails. I actually wanted heads. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're talking
Like,
about.
I was on the edge, and when you said 3, I was like, that's bullshit. But like, I don't think it was an honest, but I'm going to go with that gut reaction, that visceral reaction that occurs late on a Sunday in the ballot house. That's a fucking 4. I love that beer.
That's interesting.
I don't know what's going on with him.
It's funny you said that because I did the exact same thing.
Because
That
it's
you
right
did?
there, right? All
you
right.
did?
See, I'm not crazy.
My first number was a 3.5. And then because in my mind I was thinking that was high, and then he scored it a 3, and then I was thinking,
You were
hold
like,
on.
that's too low.
Well, then I was thinking, hold on, 3.5 isn't even a deli with just the 3 of us.
But you know how good that is.
But it's a delicious
it
beer.
changes your thinking a little, doesn't
The
it?
only knock, like it tastes amazing. It might be too light.
But that's what I like.
Yeah,
That's actually what sells me on it.
but I moved.
It's like a Guinness Light.
It's a 4, but it could. That's a 3.66, and I feel like it's better than that.
But
if I had gone 3.5,
and he had gone 4, it'd be 3.
Or if I'd gone 3.5, it would have been.
but I'm saying you would have gone. So you gave it a 3.5, Dave.
I give it a 3.
Oh, a 3.
3, yeah,
And I gave it a 4.
and I gave it a 4.
Oh, so it did hit it.
It's a 3.66.
Ah, yeah.
So that's a deli, right?
Yeah, we're over 3.5. The Anderson Valley Blacklight 95 calorie, low carb, dark beer is actually
I think people are gonna like that.
a winner. That is a weird beer. And Dave, you are not disagreeing with that, right? Even as the low score.
Guinness will never be my go-to. I know it's your go-to.
Would you rather have this than a Guinness?
It's been so long since I've had a Guinness.
Weird.
I'd have to go back and compare them.
That's some weird shit.
I think I rated a Guinness as a 4.
Okay.
So
this is the whole point below a Guinness.
That's fine.
there's a little funky dark beer aftertaste that if that were not there, I'd bump it up.
I really like that beer. I'm excited to have that in the arsenal. The Anderson Valley Blacklight. That's a good beer for a locale.
Yeah.
I like it.
Very good.
I like it. That right there, when you find something like that, it's like finding treasure.
Yep.
It's the best.
It's nice.
You know who used to fucking do treasure? Remember Forrest Fenn? You remember that shit?
Yeah.
That dude was the man. He hit
Except
he
a
hit
bunch
stuff.
of people died.
Yeah, but that's because, can't all be winners.
Well, I mean, if you're going to hide millions of dollars worth of treasure, you got to make it tough. You can't put it in the center of a mall.
No, I got this Cinnabon and $1 million. I did it. What's over by the Orange Julius? Forrest Fenn, though, his shit was found.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit was buttoned up.
He wrote a poem, right?
He wrote a book, and the book included a poem.
The poem being the main clue, and
Yes.
then the book helped you decipher bits and pieces. But the poem was the treasure map.
Right.
There's a new Forrest Fenn on the scene.
Well, can we get back to? Have we already talked about Forrest Fenn on the podcast?
Oh, we've done
We
a
have.
whole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We
We've
did a
done
whole podcast on Forrest.
And about the finding of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Do you believe it was fucked out?
No,
Because there is some controversy around that.
Well, all the online sleuths were like, it was like 30% were like, oh, congratulations to that guy. And 30% were like, fuck that guy, I fucking hate him. And 40%
It's 40.
were like, yeah.
he had help.
No, they were like, it's a lie. This guy is just about to die. So he just gave up and he said, oh, it's been found.
But that's what I'm saying. That was the help. No. There was a dude who found it. There's somebody who was. So that 40% is Forrest Fenn said, I'm dying.
And that guy,
let this guy have it.
the person that found it is being sued.
For
Did
what?
you know that?
Recently?
Yeah, like in the last year.
Because
No
this had
idea.
been found like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was found I think in 21 or 22, and recently some, I hate to say it, but some attorney filed a lawsuit and said that the guy that found it clearly broke into her computer and used all her notes to find the treasure.
Oh.
And the guy wanted to remain.
That controversy's still open. That actually happened within a month of it being found.
Yeah, that guy wanted to remain anonymous. And
If all the listeners out there have not taken the time, if you haven't listened to the podcast, which was probably the most informative piece of journalism you could even find around Forrest Fenn, go find some more information because this is a fascinating story about a man who
Yeah.
hid treasure and gave a poem. But go ahead, Dave. So there's controversy after.
yeah, so the finder wanted to be anonymous, but because of this lawsuit, he had to step forward and
Oh,
say, okay,
man.
I'm that guy. And he's given some interviews, and that lady attorney that's suing him said her notes are like, it's in this state, and it was found 2 states away, so that lawsuit's going to die. But
And wasn't Forrest himself sued a couple times from like families that
Yeah.
like had people die?
yeah, I think those were dismissed pretty quickly.
Yeah. But like multiple people went after.
Yeah, I think 2 people died or 3 people
Yeah.
died. They were like rappelling into the Grand Canyon when their cord snapped, and he was like, you didn't have to do any of that. It was
Yeah.
You didn't have to shoot your firstborn.
I feel like somebody died like of exposure or something, like went deep in the woods and got turned around or something.
But Forrest always said it wasn't that crazy.
right.
Like they shouldn't have. They should take him at his word. You're willing to go this far.
But he said it was difficult. Like it wasn't.
He did say it would be difficult.
Yeah.
So what about this new Forrest Fenn?
I'm
This
looking-
one's interesting.
Yeah, so there's a new guy or girl. His name's Collins Black. I assume that's a dude. Collins Black is some like fucking crypto millionaire. He got a bunch of money, didn't know what to do with it, and decided to put 5 boxes out there. He redid a Forrest Fenn, but instead of doing one big treasure, he did 5. So there is a fresh one out there.
And this is even easier to find, right?
It does seem that way,
Yeah.
but at the same time, anytime you say crypto millionaire, I got to believe that this dude's using crazy AI algorithms to help figure this shit out. You know, AI won the drink challenge last week.
Oh.
Oh, you admit it.
I admitted it then. I just leaned into my overlords.
Asterisk.
Fine. Asterisk my ass. I don't give a shit.
But what name does the asterisk go
Yes.
behind?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It says Brendan and AI.
yes.
But I think this dude's probably using some of that to make sure that this thing's dialed up. But we do have-
BRENDAIN.
I'm gonna take it.
Is that the name of the episode?
AIN. I like it. No, but there is a new guy out there. So there's a fresh. I like when people do this kind of stuff, man. They add some mystery to the world.
Did they ever find the DB Cooper money? Because I keep seeing more and more documentaries about that.
We won't stop chasing DB Cooper. But do you hear the latest dude said his grandfather was DB Cooper?
Is that what the most recent?
Yeah, there's the most recent one where this guy went up and he was like, I got parachute, I got all this stuff, and was able to like turn it over to the FBI and says, my grandfather was DB Cooper.
Is that been proven fact or is this Dave's Millionaire?
According to Reddit, I would say half the people think this is a very viable DB Cooper, and the other half seem to have a lot of issues with the kind of parachute that was located. Now, I am no Reddit genius, but I know there's always controversy, but I'd like
My
to
thought would be
think-
like, if he went through all that and obviously he wanted to remain anonymous, why would you keep the parachute?
It is odd. I'd keep the money.
Like, yeah.
I'd keep the money and lose the parachute
Yeah.
quick. But it's like he kept like at least enough of it.
Yeah, you should at least confess on your deathbed. Be like, hey, that parachute bag in the closet.
Yeah.
Probably going to be worth a lot at auction.
Yeah. Hey, grandson. You may want this. Signed, DB Grandpa.
Yeah.
Like, what?
So what's the catch on this new guy, the Bitcoin whatever millionaire?
I don't know.
Oh.
I literally wrote down Forrest Fenn, Collins Black, 5 cases.
And I think you probably researched it 2 weeks ago. So.
Yeah, I did. But I'm fucking excited that he's out there. He's putting them out there. He's got all the information out there. He wrote a book, and he's going to write another book.
It's a pretty genius way to like guarantee you're going to be on like the New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I'm bored. I have way too much money.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't I give $1 million to 5 people?
Yeah.
It's basically the Willy Wonka vibe.
Yeah.
I respect it. But there's all kinds of this weird stuff out there. But the biggest, weirdest controversy, air quotes, or just strangeness right now is what the hell is all these drones?
Yeah, y'all mentioned that, and I haven't been in tune to what's going on, but I did hear a quick something about people wanting to shoot drones out of there, and I didn't know what that was in reference to.
So I was in.
Inform me, please.
I was in New York this past week for work. Now,
New
granted,
York City.
This episode is going to come out literally a week after we record it. So
Yeah.
there's probably going to be way more information about these drones by then. But so I'm in New York last week, and like I go out to lunch with people, and they're like, "What is up with these drones?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Dude, they're all over Jersey. They're all over New York. There's drones everywhere. These big ass fucking drones.
Only at night.
Only at night."
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, but I drones are hard to see during the day.
That's good. That's good.
you know what I mean?
Once they get high enough, yeah.
Yeah, like once they're up, but apparently these are low enough. People are seeing them, but it does seem to be at night. All the footage I've seen, everything. So these things are out at night, is what we know. Now they're all over Jersey. They're all over New York. Then I start getting people telling me, "Oh, they're here in Richmond. They're here in Richmond."
Oh.
Now this is like 4 days later.
They're right over at Brendan's house.
Now you're starting to hear more and more people like all over the country.
Dave's millionaire friend.
I'm just saying, there are drones flying around that people do not know what they are. Now, the government has said, we don't know anything about these drones, but we do not believe they are a threat.
Well, they wouldn't lie to us.
I don't see why they would. You know,
Never have.
God forbid, tell us the truth and, have a panic. So you kind of just, we don't know what this is.
But there's a mini panic setting in.
When you say all
It's starting
over,
to, dude, toilet paper be gone by fucking Tuesday.
when you say all over, like, are there 10 drones? Are there 20 drones? Are there 100 drones? Are there 500
All
drones?
good questions. The most drones I've seen clustered at a time is probably like 3.
Okay.
But it's in dozens of counties in
No, it's
New York,
all
New
over.
Jersey,
Like
Connecticut.
all at the same time, basically?
From sundown until like 5 or 6 a.m.
Are they lit up?
Yeah.
Drones.
I mean,
Drone
here's,
lights.
Here's what we know.
but that seems like if you're doing clandestine shit, you wouldn't have the lights on them. Or if you're doing illegal shit, you wouldn't have the lights on them.
To the listeners, Brendan just broke.
What happened? What'd I miss?
We had a conversation about this 5 hours ago for a solid 35 minutes. And then I said, well, if they're aliens or terrorists.
Hold on.
I wasn't here for this.
I see that. Sorry. It is funny. It's funny because he had a point earlier tonight that blew my fucking mind. And you basically just summed it up, but we haven't even gotten into the conversation.
But we also, when we were talking about setting up for tonight, Brandon's like, I'm going to introduce this topic and you're going to go, what about the lights? And destroy the entire conversation.
Yeah, I was like, you're going to fuck it up. And then you actually did, which is fucking great. Sorry. The fourth wall is peeled down. Sorry, listeners. We'll get back to the conversation. I'm having fun. Dave's
Okay.
having fun. Listeners aren't. Troy's confused. Fair enough. So these drones apparently are like boomerang shaped or like triangle shaped.
We don't know. The lights doesn't mean they're not aliens. The aliens might have lights. I mean,
Oh, the aliens put the
I-
government-regulated light patterns on them.
So that's what's fucking weird, right?
yeah.
Like, so I was like, how do we know it's not like AI has finally become sentient? Like it's
They're
it's
making
just-
their own drones.
Yeah, like all of a sudden they've already
They're
built
making them at
drones.
night.
They're making them at night like grilled cheeses. Just fucking doing it.
Like Uncle Danny.
So I'm like, could it be like, there's a lot of people who say like we live in a,
Simulation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like we're starting to get awfully close to understanding this. We're creating enough AI. What if at a certain point, now you're getting into like just some weird shit in my head. But like what if at a certain point like we're starting to crack the AI code and like that is the Da Vinci code of getting out of the simulation.
Yeah.
Like you start having something compute faster. They only gave us dumb computational powers in
Yeah.
our brains or in our chips that are in our head that are in our person. But like enough of us came together and created something smarter, and it's like, oh shit, they're chipping away at it. So now we need to monitor them more. So now, like, here come the drones, just to monitor things in the fake world. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or what if it's aliens that are like, before we ever go visit a place,
Let's send some
we
drones.
just send a ship over and we drop 1,000 fucking drones and just fly all over the fucking place and
Yeah.
figure it out. Or is it humans that are like, I got a company that sells these dope ass drones, and I should probably start sending up all my drones.
Occam's razors. It's China, right?
Occam's razor
Occam's razor says, yeah, it's fucking, but the government has said that it's not another government, and there's no reason to be worried.
But they
But they
will.
also will not shoot them out of the sky. And then they're telling
Well,
people
that's
like,
irresponsible.
because it could fall and hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But what the fuck? Like, what are these drones?
Well, I think Maddie came up with a very good hypothesis, which was some companies coming out with a revolutionary drone, and they're drumming up some fucking news.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in 3 months, they'll be like, remember all that shit? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was us.
And the government couldn't even catch them. Well, for $799, you can now own this.
Yeah.
And that's why they have the government-regulated lights.
Well, hold on. Yeah, so the weird thing is, you had brought up earlier tonight that there's lights on them.
Yeah.
Why?
Why does the government regulate the thing?
No,
Or-
like, why would a drone, if it was from like AI, if it was from aliens,
yeah, they wouldn't.
why
have
would there be
on.
lights on?
Yeah,
like,
there wouldn't be.
AI just moves
Or
through
even
our
if they
world.
were from another country that wanted to spy on us, they wouldn't have lights on them.
Because we all have night vision goggles. Like
Yeah.
every government in the world has night vision goggles. They can see things.
Yeah.
So you put some night vision on the lens at a minimum.
Yeah,
I got an iPhone that I can take a picture in the pitch fucking dark and it goes, give me 5 seconds.
yeah,
Here's your friends.
Yep.
And I'm like, don't mind if I do.
pretty
Looks
wild.
great. So why wouldn't the fucking thing on there? But the only thing I can think that maybe is that they know. I know that you know that I know
that they know. That-
one of those
that makes
situations.
it- yeah.
So like maybe you literally just put lights on it to hold up appearances of what would be normal.
Yeah. That
That's the
checks
only thing
out,
I can
too.
think. Like
yeah.
AI go, well, they're not used to seeing them without lights, so put lights on them.
Yeah.
Or aliens go, these dummies have lights on everything. We don't even use eyes.
Yeah. Exactly.
We just listen to shit or just feel things in our brains. I don't know.
I'm curious to see how this plays out because that's pretty crazy.
So apparently these drones, the ones that have been like videoed, and like they're showing on Reddit at least and all this bullshit, they're like the size of a car.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's huge in the drone world.
Yeah, no, this is not like a little tiny drone.
Yeah.
This isn't like one of the drones that I own.
Yeah.
That I throw out of my hand and
Even the big drones that private people own are small.
yeah, this seems to be about the size of a car. I mean, Dave, isn't that your understanding from the videos that like these are relatively large drones?
I couldn't tell from the videos, but that was the reports.
Yeah,
like 5 feet wide or something like that.
that's legit.
That's pretty big.
And everything I'm hearing is boomerang shaped or triangle shaped. It's hard to get, but I've seen some footage. Of course, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But this stuff, these things are everywhere.
I hate to interrupt our drone footage, but I just saw a highlight from this Colts.
That's over a week old at this point.
Yeah, but something happened in this game that I cannot believe is still happening in the year at the very end of 2024.
Kissing Bandit, titties out.
The old taking it to the house, dropping it before you get into the end zone.
Oh, another one.
I mean,
This is the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
I honestly do not understand how that. I mean, no one around you,
That's
and you
bad
just
coaching.
No.
It's bad coaching.
No. You're just a fucking moron.
No, you
Yeah.
need to institute like a
No, you're a dumbass.
$100,000 fine if you drop it in the end zone.
You put showboating so far ahead. You want that
I don't
picture.
even think a
But I
foul
don't
would
even
stop
think
you.
that looks that great. Like
To me,
drop
the
it
most
right there.
to me the dumbest thing is like I'd rather pay a fine than look like a moron in front of the whole world. But people are still willing to do it for the quote unquote cool points. Like I would run through the back of the end zone and then drop the ball.
Mad cool points.
Yeah.
Mad cool points. How about never let it go?
Yeah.
Just be better.
It's still, I mean, it happens.
Put it in the
multiple
center
times.
of the end zone on the ground.
Yeah.
Gently.
Yep.
Because no one's there to stop you. You're perfect.
Yep.
Boom.
I just can't believe that's happening.
If you want to showboat, if you want to do the ultimate fucking showboat, you cross that line, you turn around, and you run back into the center of that field and you put that shit in whatever emblem is in the center there. Win or lose. I'm the good guy, I'm the bad guy. You want to show some fucking nuts? Don't ever drop it until
Yeah.
you put it on their star.
Actually, yeah. Or just run it over and place it in the ref's hands. That way, you're
Well,
not.
that's a classy move.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
you want to be showboat. Cross the end zone, turn around, run back out, and place it on their fucking emblem. Now you're gonna get your ass kicked. You're gonna start a whole fight.
but
That's
you'll
the
get a-
ultimate
you'll get a
showboat.
fine.
But it's the ultimate
Yeah,
showboat.
I mean, and you'll get a penalty.
Yeah, but you get 6 points.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I'm only worried about the points. I'm saying you want to fuck your team.
Yeah.
Don't fuck them out of the 6 points.
Yeah.
Fuck them out of the 15 yards.
Yeah.
Place that shit on there. Let's start a fight. Let's get going. I love that. That's the kind of fight that's horrible, and I love it.
I can't believe it's still happening. That's crazy. Speaking of football, Dave is drinking out of a UNC tumbler here. He's a UNC.
You talking about the greatest football team in college sports?
I wanted to ask Dave about it since he's a graduate and a fan. What do you think of this hire of
Chapel Bill?
Chapel Bill?
Well, when I first heard it, I thought it was a PR stunt, even if they went through with it. You know,
It still is.
yeah, 1 year, 1 year of news cycles for Belichick and for Carolina. Carolina has never been anything but an slightly below, slightly above average. Never moved
Yeah.
the
Are
needle.
you talking about Mitch Trubisky's alma mater?
That's right.
The best.
They are the University of Virginia football in North Carolina.
Right. They're
Like,
very similar. We're a basketball school.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, well, you know,
what are you looking for?
My phone.
really, who cares? Like, it'll bring some notoriety. It'll probably go down in huge flames, but he came with a 400-page list of demands.
Which I like. A manifesto, if you will.
And I think previously we were paid, the most we ever paid a coach was $3 or $4 million a year. They're paying him $10 million for 5 years. They've because of him, they've agreed to multiply their NIL budget from $4 million to 20-something million.
That's a game changer.
Yeah. So I think there's nowhere to go but up. I don't know if people are saying, oh, he has the ability now to contend for a championship. I wouldn't go that far.
No.
But if we can get some 10 win seasons.
I totally disagree with you. I think you got 2 years till you're honestly like already contending. You have entered into
If he sticks around,
he's going to stick around, and he's entered into a different era of.
I feel like if he
college
has,
sports.
especially if year one he has success, and then since he didn't get any looks from a pro team, he wants that pro record.
Yeah, and he's already has his exit strategy with his son taking over.
And
but
he's probably like, if that little bitch Saban could do it, I'm fucking 10 times smarter
look
than
at the universe that is college football. There's a transfer portal, so anyone can come over anytime they want.
Huge swings every year now.
His whole fucking manifesto was, I am going to make you pro ready.
Right.
So it only applies to the biggest egos in the room.
But there are 10 other schools at least that are doing that
Clearly,
right now.
but not with Belichick.
Oh, the drones.
Fucking holidays are over.
That was
all of
wild.
all of the lights that were on the pallet house just fell out of nowhere. The holidays are over.
It was like 10 games in the season before I realized I saw Indiana was having a great season. I was like, what's going on? And then somebody informed
Indiana
me.
has a football team?
Dude, so they like had a great season. So I'm like, how are they doing so well? They stole JMU's coach, who stole 13 of their
Yeah,
starters.
that's what I'm saying. So Bill Belichick can ramp up a team. Next year they'll be good. And the year after that, it's over. They're already like viable.
I hope you're right. I'm doubtful.
Troy, that literally just goes around the speaker. All the way up on the top right. All the way up in the corner. Yeah, sorry. We're doing a little maintenance work inside the pallet house. Apparently the lights. Troy can't stand not having the lights up. And a light just shattered. Okay. So Troy's doing his own thing. You know what I like about this? What is it? What's the circuit called when if one light goes out, they all go out?
That's a circuit.
Like parallel?
Series.
Circuit. That's it.
That's a parallel circuit.
So I have parallel lights, thank God. So I don't have to get Griswolded in this situation. One shattered, the rest are good.
I'm okay.
Well, going back to Troy's.
Oh, yes, and Troy, you seem fine despite all the electrical work.
I
fixed it.
To answer Troy's initial question, if it took someone who's smart with football and a bunch of money, well, we'd have clear champions every year. And Florida State, Texas A&M have proven that isn't always the magic formula.
Well, there's always some luck.
Yeah.
But hey, if I was a UNC fan, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to shit on that decision. I mean, what were other options? Take some up and coming offensive coordinator, and that hasn't worked in 40 years. So, this is a Hail Mary, and I'm in for it.
It'll be fun.
This is why I love being on the number 2 rated sports podcast in
I
Richmond.
thought we were number 1 rated.
It depends on the story that you hear. Technically speaking, I believe we won 2, right?
I think so.
But we always just round it up.
We've got to be the number 1 podcast in Richmond, honestly.
Tenure.
Yeah.
We've been doing it the longest.
Almost 10 years. Speaking of tenure.
Boom.
Well, before you say that, I want one more point. Belichick, his girlfriend's about to age out, and now he's got a whole
Unlimited
plethora of beautiful
talent.
North Carolinian
You think
females.
that Belichick did not consider? As soon as I saw that dirty old man start dating the college girl, and then the motherfucker was like, I'd like to be a college coach. I was like, of course you would, Bill. And then they go, we'll pay you tons of money. And he goes, well, can I do what I want? And that fucking can I do what I want clause.
Have you read pages 350 to 399?
Yeah, dude.
All
That's the flip
co-eds.
book part. In, out, in, out.
I do not understand. Look, as a dude, I understand wanting to get to know these young ladies, but the idea of being in your 70s and dating some 23-year-old sounds brutal.
Look, he bangs her and then he drops
you're
her off.
fucking crazy.
Drops her off with his nanny
You're crazy.
till he's ready again.
As your intelligence starts to fade and you start to remember less, those slights don't hurt as much. And the one thing that stands is youth in front of you.
Yeah, do you think he wants to hang out with a 72-year-old woman?
I didn't say
that he's
that.
not banging?
I'm just saying, I think there's a certain point
I'm
in
just
your
saying,
life.
hanging out with 20
No,
20 something.
50 with the 20-year-old, it is kind of brutal because you're like, I can't have this conversation. But he's in his late 60s. He's starting to go senile.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's starting to fade.
Just saying, she's over in the corner doing TikToks. I'd be like, get out
and
of
he's
here.
over in the corner going, who's she? I'd like to meet her. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of fucking works out for him. Like, he's a moron and
I'm just
she's
saying,
still hot.
Be single.
I don't think he doesn't realize he isn't single. He wakes up every day and goes, "Still got it." He just thinks he found
Dave,
her.
he's talking about your coach like he has full blown Alzheimer's. Like,
think you're a little mistaken.
why is everything light blue around here?
That's why he's bringing in
Smells
his
like
son.
burnt toast.
He's bringing his son to clean up the mess on and off the field.
Yeah, he is. Pick up
Deuce.
the scraps.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, son, you finish this for me?
I wonder if he's
This
married.
one turned 25. Can you take care of her?
Ew, gross.
I wonder if he's married. That could create a problem.
The son?
Yeah, like if you're
married
Bill
to the game.
if you're Bill Belichick's son on that college campus, you do not want to be married.
No, absolutely not. What a distraction from football. You got to have your mind clear. No family, no nonsense.
I need to go speak with the judge and put in divorce papers because I'm married to my job now.
Married to my job.
Yeah.
Married to my job. And I don't want you to take half on account of, look at all this. No, it's a well-played move. But it's not unlike Belichick to, outmaneuver us.
Right.
He is ahead of the game.
Outmaneuvered everybody.
Although those last 2 years with the Patriots were a little rough.
Yeah, everyone's old. Anything over 25, can't work with it. Can't do it.
And how was he when he was with Cleveland? Was he that good?
No, 'cause
No.
he was too young.
Yeah.
He was just a fat dork.
There was a spot, though, where he was with the Patriots that he did a lot of winning. And I think that they had a pretty good quarterback in there for that
I think
time,
most
too.
remember that. Oh, nobody remembers the quarterback. Belichick
Drew
years.
Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
That's right. That's right.
He hit his knee, hit him in the knee with a bat, took him out.
Yeah. Fucking Kerrigan, that shit. Or no, what was Harding did.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit to find my way to that.
That's been 30 years. That was like 94.
Yeah, but I feel like I should be able to recall that like instantly.
Well, Kerrigan, you got the other half
Yeah.
right. He got
Yeah, but
Kerrigan.
She got Kerrigan. Kerrigan took the hit.
It's just weird. I just don't think I'm as sharp as I used to. It could be the 17 beers.
No.
Could be.
You're sharp as a razor knife, dude.
I don't
You're on.
believe that.
No, you're on. You are
I was like,
on.
last night, dude, I'm at this Christmas party and they're doing karaoke, and I come out and I rock the first verse of fucking Friends in Low Places. Because
Yeah.
if you're ever going to get a place rolling,
Yep.
you just fucking throw Friends in Low Places. You don't, and you get to yell, yeah, you get
Yeah.
to like get angry for a minute.
You don't have to be a good singer.
No.
Yeah.
You just blame it all on my roots. You just
Yeah.
kind of like bring it home. And then I fucking got through the first verse and I started screaming, that I got friends. I was all excited. And then the second verse, I just immediately went back into, and I just kept doing it. And then I realized I looked down like the screen and I was like, oh shit.
You were
I'm in
way
the
off.
middle. I'm in the middle of the second verse and I'm screaming the end.
Nice.
So then it just all went to shit. Everyone just started
What?
coming in.
No.
And we just did a round robin of how many people can scream, I got friends in low places for 2 minutes.
Nice.
It's not now my finest
Karaoke's
performance.
still a thing, huh?
Apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I saw no one was
Oh, this
doing
was
it.
the party over in Smoke Tree I'm never invited to.
Yeah. Oh, you're not invited to that?
You never see me there.
You wouldn't like it.
No.
It's just all the good food.
And fun. And he is a really dope bar.
2 now.
Oh, I haven't been over there. I haven't been over there since he redid the dope one.
You wouldn't like it, dude. You wouldn't like it.
No, it doesn't sound
He
like
doesn't bring you because he knows you'd be disappointed, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. Sorry about the whole shitty party. When he gets it right, he'll invite you.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Let me know when that happens.
I'll never know.
Could be a dozen years.
Whenever I observe drunken karaoke, I feel like people perform not women who were trained in vocalization.
And vocaling?
Yeah, in their youth, but a drunken middle-aged guy gets up there full of piss and vinegar.
That's the best.
Then they get through the first verse.
Well, that's
They
what I
hit
did.
the chorus. They're like, yeah, and then they're like, oh fuck, I got 2 more verses to go.
I don't even
And you
know
can-
those.
And you can see,
Yeah.
like I don't know the beat, I don't know the
That
words.
was me. I flat folded. I completely folded. But at the same time, it was, pretty good for what it was. But I saw a video of it. Very embarrassed.
Let's get
Right.
that video.
I got it.
I saw a guy one time. He clearly among his friends, he made like, I can do the AC/DC Brian Johnson voice.
Oh, no.
Nobody can.
And he got up there and like he nailed the first line, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And then the rest of the song, it was like, "Okay, we get it." And he still had to be like, and it was awful for like 3.5 more minutes. And that guy was like, "I just want this to end," and it keeps going.
That's karaoke in a nutshell.
Right.
That's this podcast in a nutshell. Ever since we started.
David, you seem like you like karaoke.
No,
I
like this podcast.
You like the spotlight.
I like the second.
You get
half
drunk and like to sing though. I've seen lots of videos of you singing at the top of your lungs after a few pops.
Is Dave a karaoke guy?
I could see that.
Dave, do you do karaoke on the reg?
I have friends that have a place that do karaoke, and I was there with my daughter.
Do you hear this? He's like,
Did some karaoke.
He's like, that's not my drugs. That's my friend's drugs in my pocket.
I don't seek karaoke bars. I'll put it that way.
No, I didn't say that. I wouldn't accuse anyone of that.
I'm never like, oh, Thursday night karaoke. Let's
Yeah.
go. I've never said that in my life. But when your daughter wants to sing a Mariah Carey song, which is horrible, and you've had a few drinks.
And impossible to sing unless you're a really good singer.
Yes, and no male could ever do
No.
it. Then you take on that challenge.
Nice. Well, I'm glad I wasn't invited to that awful party.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do it, dude. I laughed way too hard. My abs hurt.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. I'm just excited about Dave's a dart and karaoke guy. I want to send this.
I'm glad you
motherfucker to
told me
Japan.
about this dart thing before he hustled my ass out of a bunch of money, because I actually used to throw a lot of darts and think I'm good. Like, I think of myself as still being good, but I haven't thrown darts in 10 years probably.
It's overblown.
He's a different level.
I had
of
like
jackass.
2 good rounds, and he witnessed both of them. Really?
Lies.
That's what it comes down to.
I literally.
And it was 1:30
He's
in the
walking
morning.
it back.
If he's 1:30 in the morning and he's throwing darts, just crushing nerds, you
Brendan
know he's
had
the guy.
one eye closed.
You sound like you were the most sober person there too, which helped.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't argue. Probably the most sober person here right now.
Okay. I was at a party Friday night and was talking to some dads that I hang out with, and I mentioned something about, when I used to drink. He goes, one of the dads goes, "Oh, you're not drinking?" I go, "Dude, I haven't had a drink in 2.5 years.
He's
And
like,
I've hung
"What
out
do
with you like I've hung out with you dozens of times."
Why am I having a good conversation with you
I
right now?
love the confusion of every listener who's like, but he ranks every beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't understand that literally for a decade, this dude drank every beer. Well, for 8 years, you drank every beer
Yeah.
on this podcast. Before that, clearly 2.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be big. So then the last 2 years, he hasn't fucking drank a beer, and yet he still rates them. And it confuses the shit out of people who listen to this.
Yep. He still goes to parties,
Yep.
socializes.
You're
Doesn't make any
weird.
sense.
Why are you having fun? Stop having fun.
I know.
You blew it.
I know.
You blew it.
It's hard to explain to people that you can have fun without drinking. It's
Impossible. Impossible.
impossible.
That's his hypothesis.
Yeah. Path.
A hypothesis.
It is great though. Troy hasn't changed. I love that about him. You still got it, buddy.
Thank you.
Still got it.
I try.
And I'm losing it every day.
No.
Nope.
Sharp as a tack.
If tacks were Legos.
They're pretty sharp when you step on them.
Isn't that the fucking truth? Isn't that the truth? Should we fucking wind this fucker down?
I think so. I'd
Yeah.
like to go home and eat dinner.
I think Dave learned a very valuable lesson.
I don't think Dave has ever learned a valuable lesson.
You won't teach me anything.
Dave, you've learned a valuable lesson. That lesson is podcasts after a full Sunday of drinking are fun on the front end.
But it's like karaoke.
That second verse is a bitch,
You
dude.
nailed that Brian Johnson voice.
The second verse is a bitch.
She was a sex machine.
Yeah, that's what that guy did.
Yep.
At the 3-minute mark, everyone's like, seriously, can we
Yeah.
just end this? And the guy singing's like, God, please end this right. Power surge, something.
At the 12th, she shook me off. He's like,
You're like, it's not going well.
yeah.
It's not going well. Well, Dave, thanks for making us do this.
I'm not going to be here for a week, so.
Yeah, he didn't want to miss out. I appreciate his
I
enthusiasm.
actually do respect, as a third mic,
We don't get a lot of
He gives a shit.
enthusiasm.
That's right.
it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
So, Dave, we take it all back.
It's like when your kid's like trying hard, you can't really shoot them down, you know?
Right. It's like that
Unless they're awful.
Life Goes On TV show from the 80s
Yeah.
with Corky.
You're Corky.
Yeah.
You're our
I'm going
Corky.
to start rolling you out of here real quick. I don't like where this is going at all.
This is going to end poorly.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Thanks for all your support during M4K. If you have topics, please do send them over to insidethepowderhouse@gmail.com. And if you want to rate and review, I know Troy would appreciate it.
I would.
It's always
And congrats to Brendan for winning his first drink challenge.
Thank you, Troy. To know what I did today, I handed out those drinks all day.
Oh, did you?
All day.
Were they a hit?
They were a fucking hit.
Nice.
People loved them.
Nice.
It was very nice.
I did feel bad because Ely and James put a lot of work into theirs.
Yeah, but I took a page out of their book.
That's right.
I half-assed it.
Less is more.
Less is more. AI. Thanks again. If you got somebody that you want to sign up for the podcast, just reach over, grab their phone, Cincinnati Swap them. It's when you just simply go in their app, boom, sign them up. Then they're official. They'll thank you. If you need a mortgage, you live in Virginia or Georgia, head over to screendoormortgage.com. They'll take care of you. And if you need a pair of sunglasses, drop ITPH in the coupon code at nectarsunglasses.com. You'll get a damn good pair of sunglasses at a very fair price. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers!
Cheers. Oh, and if you want to donate to us, donate at
Venmo?
Inside the Powerhouse at Venmo. Did you say that?
No, but let's
Okay.
do it.
And review, because we've not gotten a review in over a year now.
Oof.
Are you fucking serious?
I wish I was joking.
Dummy's smiling. It makes me happy.
Uh-oh.
Was this a good podcast?
We're not there yet. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
I'm retarded?
It's a little quantum leap.
Scott Bakula.